gets account numbers all day long on the phone. Who wants to know how?
Me.
Right. So here's Bianca Menard. She's going to go over how to get the account number on the phone.
Okay. So David, let me go over how the process is going to work. Once we go ahead and submit your application, they're going to verify your medication, just make sure everything's accurate. So I'll be able to tell you before we end the call, yes, you've been approved. Okay, we'll go ahead and set up an initial payment. Once you make your first payment, they're going to send you out your policy. You have some time to look it over before anything's finalized. Okay?
Okay.
So normally how we set this up is going to be through a bank service plan. So we're going to use either a checking, savings, or credit union, probably how you're paying for your policy now. Which would you be using?
Checking.
Checking. Okay, and who do you bank with?
Chase.
Chase. Perfect. So let's talk about the payment. We can set up the earliest payment for tomorrow. Would you be okay with that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And when would you like every payment to be set up every month after?
The 3rd.
The 3rd. Perfect. So I have your routing number. If you want to go grab your checkbook, I can just verify that for you. Okay. Got your checkbook?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. So I got the routing number as 065-400-137. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. And what's your account number?
344443.
Okay. Perfect.
Awesome.
Now we gave his money.
So that's somebody that's easy, right? It's not always easy, but it could be. So now we'll give her some resistance, give her some objections. Okay, you ready?
Yep. How we're going to set this up, it's going to be through a bank service plan. So we're going to use either a checking, savings, or credit union. Which would you be using?
Credit union.
Credit union, perfect. And who do you have your credit union account with?
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to buy anything yet.
I understand. And look, we're not even sure if you qualify, okay?
Oh.
Yeah. So we're just going to go ahead and submit your application. We'll set up an initial payment, right? Once you actually make that first payment, they'll send you out the policy. You have some time to look it over, make any changes before it's final, okay?
Okay.
So I have your routing number here, 065-400-137. What's your account number?
334433. Awesome.
Good job.
Maybe we can go over like, I don't feel comfortable giving
Let's do
my
it.
bank information. Okay. So Mr. David, the way we normally set this up is going to be through a bank service plan. So we normally use either a checking, savings, or credit union. Which would you be using?
I don't feel comfortable giving you any of that information over the phone.
I totally understand, Mr. David. I felt the same way before myself. So let me ask you a question. Do you ever write checks?
Yes.
You do? Okay. Like at the grocery store or something like that?
I went to the cleaning lady.
Okay. So are you aware that your bank information is on the bottom of that check,
That is true. I didn't think about that.
right? And you give it to the store clerk who you don't know, just a random person.
That's true.
Okay. So you called into our commercial. We're a federally regulated insurance company.
Okay.
Everything's on a secure server. Your information is perfectly safe.
Okay.
And I'm a licensed agent in the state of Louisiana. Okay.
Okay.
So who do you bank with?
Chase.
Chase. Okay. I have your routing number. It's 065-400-137. What's your account number?
I don't know if I want to give that to you.
Okay. What's making you uncomfortable? What can I do to help you to feel comfortable?
Well, how do I know this isn't a scam?
Okay. Well, you did call a national TV commercial.
That
so
is
they don't
another
just
good point.
run scams on national TV.
That's
Okay.
a good
Senior
point.
Life's been around for 50 years. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. I actually texted you all of my credentials. So you have my license, my badge. I actually sent you something that says that Senior Life is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So this is not a scam, Mr. David. I promise.
Okay.
Okay. So again, I have your routing number. It's 065-400-137. What's your account number?
334433.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So she just walked me through it, right?
Good job, baby.
Clap. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So David, how the process is going to work is once we go ahead and submit your application, they're going to verify your medication just to make sure everything's accurate. So I'll be able to tell you by the end of the phone call, yes, you've been approved. All right. We'll set up your initial payment. Once they make your payment, they'll send you out your policy. You have 20 days to look it over, make any changes before everything's finalized. Okay. So how we're going to set this up is going to be through our bank service plan. Will you be using a checking, savings, or credit union?
Use my checking.
Checking. Okay. And who do you bank with?
Chase.
Chase, all right. Now we're going to set up your first payment for tomorrow. And when would you like your future payments set up? The 1st or the 3rd?
The 3rd.
The 3rd, perfect. Can you go grab your checkbook for me?
Absolutely. I got it right here. I called the commercial, ready to buy.
Perfect. So I'm just going to verify your routing number. It should be 065400137. Is that what you have?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, and what's your account number?
334433.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Amazing.
You gave me 2 options.
She gave the 2 options.
First or the third.
First or the 3rd.
She said, what day do you want it?
So we're gonna do something else in there real fast, right? So don't do the process.
Okay.
Just do the bank info.
Okay.
And then once you hit the 1st and 3rd, I'm going to tell you those days don't work for me. How do you come back from that, okay?
Gotcha. Okay. So David, how we're going to set the initial payment is going to be through our bank service plan. Will you be using a checking, savings, or credit union?
Checking.
Checking, perfect. Who do you bank with?
Chase.
Chase, awesome. So we're going to set up your initial payment for tomorrow. When would you like all your future payments set up for? The 1st or the 3rd?
Can we do the 15th?
When do you get paid?
On the 15th.
On the 15th?
Yes.
Okay. So you get paid on the 15th every single month?
Every month on the 15th.
Every month?
Yeah,
Okay.
direct deposit.
Yeah, you can set up all your future payments that way, but the initial payment will be set up for tomorrow.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect. Okay. Can you go grab your checkbook?
I got it right here. I called the commercial, ready to go.
Awesome. So your routing number should be 065400137. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. What's your account number?
334433. Perfect. Thank you.
Is that right?
Perfect. Amazing.
Is that what you wanted?
That was exactly how you should be doing it.
So what was the first mistake?
You didn't give them, you let them pick a date, you didn't tell them this is the day, this is the day. Or you didn't also ask them for the days they get paid.
Correct.
I always ask that, when we are in the house, what is your pay date, like what days do you get paid?
Yeah, so I always assume they're getting paid on the 3rd.
Yep.
I always want to give 2 options just so they feel like they have options. So would you like this to be the 1st or the 3rd, assuming they got paid on the 3rd? Because a lot of times when they get paid on the 3rd, they're scared to do the 3rd, so they tell you the 5th. And then what happens is the 5th happens and the money's not there, right? So if I say, do you want the 3rd or the 5th? They're always going to say the 5th. If I say the 1st or the 3rd, they're going to say the 3rd. I gave her some resistance and I said, well, I want to do the 15th. She confirmed to make sure I was getting paid on the 15th. If I came back and said, no, I get paid on the 3rd, she would have walked me right back. Well, all my clients that get paid on the 3rd, we actually set up for the 3rd. And don't worry, you get paid midnight the 2nd, we won't take our payment till after. And if it's a holiday, again, it's always going to be after. So that money will always be there waiting for us. Make sense? So the first time she did it, and then the second time after lunch, did anyone notice what the difference was there? Too subtle, right? So
It's pretty smooth.
the first one is she asked if it was okay to take the payment out the next day. We're going to set it up for tomorrow. Is that okay? Right? So she's setting herself up for an objection. You want to assume we're going to set the payment up for tomorrow. If there's an issue with it, they'll let you know right there. I don't have the money, then you pivot and adjust. But you want to assume that they got money in the bank, they called her TV commercial to buy something, they got the checkbook in their hand, and that's what you want to assume. And then when they give you some objections or some issues with it, well, that's when you pivot. You're I got it set up for you to pay tomorrow. Well, I don't have money in my bank account. All right, no problem. If I give you another day, will you better get money in your bank account? We get set up for Thursday instead. Well, no, not another day. Okay, no problem. If I set up for Friday, will you have money in your bank account? Will that give you time to put the money in your account? You want to assume that they got a big cache of money in their underwear drawer, that they just don't trust their bank, and they just needed some time to go to the bank and put the money in. And you want to just keep walking them out one day, right? Instead of being like, oh, you don't have money today, don't worry, I'll give you 15 days to get the money. That's exactly what you don't want to do, right? You want to keep walking them out. There's a guy called Johnny ASAP, right?
Yeah.
Johnny ASAP, he wouldn't even take business if it wasn't going to be drafted for the next 3 days. Like that wasn't an option in his world, and because of it, it never existed.
Joey Fairclough.
Joey Fairclough, yeah. And he was the best telesales agent we had until Bianca came out here and started beating him up. Until he taught her how to do what he did.
Yeah. Another thing too, like I realized I did it too. Can you go grab your checkbook? And
Right.
then I was like, no, go grab your
Go
checkbook.
get your checkbook,
Go
right?
get
You want to be demanding. You want to tell people what to do. People want to be told what to do. I don't want options in my life. I wish someone would just tell me where to be when. I wish I didn't have to plan these events. I wish I had somebody like, hey, Dave, by the way, you're doing a train event next Thursday in Orlando. I'm like, all right, good, perfect. Am I renting a car or am I flying? Like I wish my life was that easy. Like I wish someone told me what to do like that, right? So same thing with our clients, man. They're older, dude. They're tired of making decisions. They want to be told what to do, right? So awesome. Good job, Bianca.